Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 13 and has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. So I am doing kind of a quick little troll. I call them trolls. Gnome, leprechaun-ish, Christmas dude. You name it. Whatever you want to call them. I am just tired. So if I sound cranky, not saying anything. If I sound cranky, you might be onto something. It's mostly I'm just tired. I could not sleep last night. I kept waking up. And we had a lot of snow overnight. Well, not a lot of snow. We had very cold temperatures. And I think, I don't know, we may have gotten an inch or two. Honestly, I did not go outside more than getting something off the porch. So, you know, that's how it goes. But it was plenty cold enough, and that meant that we didn't go to church today, and that meant Owen had a good day, but kind of a rough day. In so many ways. He really wanted to go to church, and we couldn't because I don't exactly walk really well right now. I need my hip replaced, and now that I'm through the breast cancer, my title's gonna get even longer and long. Like, I just put everything on there, like sharing our journey through autism and breast cancer and Hashimoto's, which is thyroid, and hip and brace arthritis, and hemihypertrophy, which means my right side is larger than my left side, and I was born with that. And so if you like, it's I'm sure hard to tell in there, but my right side, but my right hand is larger than my left hand. And so if you you can kind of see, like, this hand is the thinner hand, but the heavier I am, which right now I'm heavier than I'd like to be, but when I had I'm still kind of going through the breast cancer, not necessarily the treatments, but I'm going through all of the finishing stuff. I still have to go get, like, I have my port, and they still have to check. They did a echo for my heart the other day. And that I've had many since I started this little process, and I don't know if the lady was having a bad day or what, but I have never had one that was so painful. Oh, it was not even funny. And she well, anyways. So I've been dealing with that for the last couple days. But I go at the end of the month. This is December 2025. If you're watching it in 50 years. I go to get my port out at the end of this month, and then I go see my chemo doctor, and then I'll go back to my surgeon. I get my port out on the 29th with my surgeon's office, but then I go back on, I think it's January 6th, something like that, for another appointment, another follow-up. They do lots of follow-ups at this point. So then once I do that, then from there it's just more maintenance and things. For whatever reason, the brush that I have is not agreeing with what I want to do. Let's see. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute while I do some of the other stuff. But oh, and that's good. And I got the white and the pink and the it'll be okay. It'll be okay. So anyways, technically we probably could have gone to church today, but we just stayed home because I don't walk very well, and I did not want to risk going out in the weather, and well, I just didn't want to risk I didn't want to risk any of the things you can imagine. The weather, and me walking and just getting stuck out there. Not that our church is that far and people would have passed us by, but I just, it's winter. So I'm extra cautious probably when Owen is with me with weather, because he would not be able to, he'd be very upset if we got, stuck someplace and people. So I definitely don't go far when it's things like that. But it's also school, like they canceled school for tomorrow. So the temperature is going to be again in the maybe teens at some point. So otherwise, very, very cold. Very cold. So, let's see. I'm going to put the weather and paint. Even though I'm inside my house, the paints, the temperature outside does a number on them. I mean, it's interesting how it, well, I didn't mean to quite go over there, but that's okay. It's just paint, remember? It's just paint. It's just paint. So I'm going to try this brush to see if this will help. That's better. So, tomorrow they're off school, which means he doesn't get to go to his therapy. And he, he's handling it all the best he can, but he doesn't, I almost said he doesn't completely understand, but the older he gets, he does understand more, but like he asked me if the bus was going to be at its home. Well, technically it's going to be at its home because it's in the bus garage. So, it is technically at its home. So, that's a big deal for him, is to making sure his people are all where they're supposed to be and okay. So, these are like little shoes here if you're trying to figure out what. Oh, I gotta sneeze. So now I'm gonna put the little heel on them. Oh, let's hope I don't sneeze right when I'm doing this. That has happened more times than I can count. So hopefully the weather will get better on Tuesday. He's also disappointed because we didn't get to go celebrate his grandma, which her birthday is today. And so, that was kind of hard for him. As well. So he wanted to go see her, and this is like the first year he's really I don't want to say understood it, but talked about it and kind of made more of a big deal kind of it. So it's been nice for him to be able to kind of just think about celebrating with his grandma and everything. And so I think about how far he's come with that, because opening presents was never something that he ever really wanted to do. And so now this black just looks so stark to me. So now for him to want to celebrate, I love it. I love that he was so excited about spending time with her and talking about her birthday, and he doesn't forget dates and things, and he he knows. He just knows. He knows. He knows. So, almost there. His nose is not nose is also so light because of it's, here we go. And now, I feel like I need more, like, color with his beard, so I'm gonna do some of the black lines, but don't fear. I just want some of the texture in there. And so then we'll go back. It's funny, I said I was going to do this real quick, and it's probably like close to 20 minutes, which isn't a long time, but I was going to do a really quick, like 5 minutes. And then I get myself. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline this a little. The pressure's got my head going. Well, it's not agreeing with me at all. I'm trying to do, I don't want a dark, but we're going to do it, and then we'll come back with it. What I was trying to do was just a little tiny outline, but I'm going to keep blaming the weather, by the way, even if it is me. There we go. I just wanted a little detail on there. I didn't want as much as was what was happening. And sometimes you just go with it. Whatever it does, it's doing. And like I said, you just blame it on that. This is supposed to be like the ripples in his hat, like. So, okay. We do O for Owen, and then L, and B. There we go. Thanks so much for watching and being a part of our day. Toodles, toodles.